Litra Valley School, please come on stage. Thank you, Miss Pushpa. You have a wonderful smile, ma'am. Following Miss Pushpa is Mr. K.K. Ganesh from SBIO Public Senior Secondary School. This is the name of the school we got so excited by hearing. From Chocolate Kids Play School, we have Mrs. Nirmala Mohan, who's following Mr. K.K. Ganesh. I love the name of your school. Thank you, Mrs. Nirmala Mohan, ma'am. Up next, Mr. Kotanda Raman from the Velamal International School. Thank you, Miss G. Geeta from Lissex CMI International School. Mr. K. Ramesh from MP UPS, Gudenga, Telangana. Followed very, very shortly by Mr. K. Ramesh has a wonderful smile. He's much happier. Thank you, sir, for all the tireless work. Up next, Dr. Sangeeta Parameswaran from Ellen Sharma Memorial Matriculation Higher Secondary School. Dr. Sangeeta. And next, we have Mr. Kanabiran G from PUPS, Ragalbair. And finally, if I may request Mr. Karunakaran from Jaya Group of Schools to please come on stage, sir. Thank you. Round of applause for all the teachers. Some get the awards, but everyone deserves to be awarded for the work, for the love, for the efforts they put in. If you may please say a thank you to Kirti History. Thank you very much, Kirti. We'll give you a small token of gratitude. Thank you very, very much. Some pictures to be framed. Thank you to the management. Okay, the stage is set for our final speaker session. How many of you all like travel? Raise your right hand. How many of you all like food? Raise your left hand. It's like you all are doing the Punjabi dance. Yeah? All of you all hands are up. Travel or food? Choose one. If you want both, we have the ideal combo. Okay, to introduce our final speaker, we have Shamrita from the 4th Standard School of Excellence. She will come forward to introduce our final speaker. Get set for food, travel, and memories.
Hi, hello everyone. What's cooking here? Well, it's a dream to transform India. In the realm of culinary exploration and cultural preservation, Mr. Rakesh Raghunathan stands as a luminary, bridging the past and the present with his profound understanding of India's diverse gastronomic heritage. A celebrated food historian, visionary, and a storyteller, Mr. Raghunathan has dedicated his whole life to unearthing and narrating the rich tapestries of traditional Indian cuisine, ensuring that the flavors of our ancestors resonate with the present generation. Through his celebrated work, he has brought to life the stories of India's past, making them relevant and resonant today. Please join me in welcoming the man who brings India's culinary heritage to life, Mr. Rakesh Raghunathan.
What's your height?
Namaste, sir. Thank you, sir.
What's your height?
I don't know.
Even I don't know, really. Thank you. Clap your hands. That was so sweet. That was really a cute introduction. Do we have favored sides? You can choose your side, sir. Okay. Why, you look better this side? I look better every side. I'm okay.
That has to be the cutest introduction ever.
It was very nice. That's why I didn't want to introduce you. I don't want to be the second best. I only want to be the best. Okay. So, you know, there's one reality of life, my friends. We work so hard. All we want to do is when we work hard is go to a few places and have some nice food. How unfair is this life when he's traveling and eating? That's his work itself. Very unfair life. Was this ever planned, Mr. Rakesh? Welcome to SSVM. Welcome to Coimbatore. It's, of course, a great vibe that you're seeing out here. Your initial thoughts on what you've seen so far, and then we dive into your personal space. Sure. Your thoughts on SSVM, what you see so far, and Coimbatore?
I think what I'm seeing is truly the future of India. Because I wish I studied in educational institutions that provided this kind of access.
Pinch me. Same pinch. Even I wish. I was just trying to convince them. You must take people 30 and above who look like 25, but they are actually 30 and above.
Dude.
Pushing it. I know. Yeah.
It's great, the kind of exposure that kids get in today's context, the kind of topics that are discussed. You know, it's earth-shattering, if I can put it that way, for them to be even exposed to things like this, because it gives them a different perspective. It gives them an option to choose career stream, because you know, when you graduated, you only had finished school rather. You could do BCom, you could do engineering, you could become a doctor. Right? But this kind of an access, this kind of exposure, I think, is something that is very, very welcome. Because kids today are also wired very differently, and that is important.
Fantastic. I come here as well to be wired differently, and every time I come here to be rewired, I get shocked. Like, there's so much more to learn. There's so much more to learn. But you call yourself, I'm not a typical influencer. You travel the south of India. You explore food, culture, and give us seamless stories of all this together. Now, such a wonderful idea can't be planned. You're not from SSVM, so you can't plan such a thing. How did this come by? Did this happen by chance?
So I was a very, very curious kid even growing up. And it was also a classic case of gender stereotyping in my case, where they let me play tennis and they let my sister sing. It should have been the other way around. I was jumping and saying, please let me sing. I wanted to be in the kitchen cooking. I was the one peering over my grandmother when she was cooking, when my mother... For me, it was that curious thing when they brought out these old antique vessels in the house, they would polish it. And, it's almost like an act of drama when they were making food, especially for festive occasions, right? Ours was a large household, joint family. So I had that visual beauty behind food from very, very young. And I was genuinely... I enjoyed eating also. I still do. So I think it hit me hard when I went to the US to study. I was a pretty decent cook even then. My roommates had a blast when they were with me. But I think the point that I had all the ingredients that my mother also had, but I was still not getting that particular taste. Right? And this was I met so many people from different nationalities. We would discuss this threadbare. We would go food hopping. And everybody said one common thing. There was this food that has been passed. It goes away with the previous generation. Everybody will say, oh, my grandmother, my grandfather,
They didn't
my
say
mama.
mother's love. It's your mother's love in the food. But there's a lot of love in food preparation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So they all said it was going away with the previous generation, and that kind of stuck in my head. Like, idu document panano. You have to, document it in some way, because these are rich culinary traditions, and they have such beautiful stories. So I came back, I got into the food business, only to realize that I would be doing things in the food business the way I'm doing now, which is, setting up restaurants, talking to chefs, being in the kitchen, development and all of that. But this was way beyond the times of any of these online deliveries came. But it did not go the way I had imagined, because it was more to do with man management. So it was literally seeing my own baby go down. I took it in a sportive way, I would think. That's when I started traveling to research and document.
1 second. So this is the first lesson or first step, which was a failure. We've always been speaking that success is what we want, but failure is what we should face. And here he starts off with a story of failure. Clap your hands, because this was the beginning of something very, very great. And what we're going to hear now is his greatness.
So I started traveling, and in one of those trips is when I went to Tirunelveli, and it was a most beautiful time of the year. Harvest was a bountiful harvest. It was lush and green everywhere, and the farmers were rejoicing that year's harvest. They were singing, and they were cooking something yummy, which I went and peeked into. They said, "Come sit with us and enjoy this meal." So as I ate that meal, they were actually telling me the story of that particular recipe and why they do it. It's a very profound experience for me, because when they cook that particular recipe, irrespective of your social hierarchy in the village or in the society, everybody pooled in resources and brought something. So someone brought rice, someone brought vegetables, someone brought firewood, someone brought the vessels, and they cooked it together and they ate it. And that, they told me, was the story of the Kootan Choru. Oh. And this was the moment where I thought, this is what I should be doing, documenting culinary history, traditions, practices. Because food, at the end of the day, in today's political scenario, is used to polarize people. But food actually brings people together.
And that's what you're doing via your wonderful videos. Food is an act of bonding. Food is an emotional indulgence, but also brings people together. They also say food is medicine. And sometimes they say the South Indian food, and you've also spoken about it, the South Indian food is something that can be very, very good medicinal for your health. And Dr. Sir, you were saying this yourself about how good food help you cure and recover energy. We always feel that, when we are happy, we want food. When we're sad, we want food. When we're sick, we need food to recover. Talk to me about the findings and the strength of some South Indian food that maybe we don't know, some ingredients we don't realize. But you have seen that, you have explored it, and you have documented it.
So South Indian food and even Indian food for that matter, in today's context, there's this whole emphasis on plant-based food and micro-regional influences. I think Indian food and especially South Indian food is a classic example of that. There is a very, very beautiful Tamil proverb that goes by Unave Marundu, Marunde Unavu, which is food is medicine and medicine is food.
Fantastic. That's so true. We realize it not in wellness, we realize it in illness.
Yes. You know, back in the day, I'm talking about several centuries ago, we had a ton of indigenous rice varieties in India alone. Right? I mean, when rice was discovered, it was Southeast Asia. It was a wild grass that was domesticated and then brought into, it spread like wildfire. But this is an open question. How many varieties of indigenous rice did you think in India we had? Sorry? 1,000?
She's saying 1,000. I'm saying 7 or 8. 74.
74? It feels like an auction house now.
It looks like that.
2 lakhs.
Hey, you're not buying me, da. Wait. I will come for that price, but that's not okay. Okay, wait. What's the answer? Do you know?
We had more than 350,000 varieties of indigenous rice.
Whoa. And today?
Today, not much is known about them, but each and every rice variety had a different length, different color, shades of white, shades of brown, shades of red, shades of black, and each of them had nutraceutical properties that could cure ailments. Even today, the Nabara rice that is in Kerala, if you go to these Kerala massages, the poultice is filled with the Navara rice because it has the therapeutic properties that can heal your skin. So the first thing when you get diabetes, a doctor will tell you, stop eating rice. You can stop eating rice, but switch to an alternative rice is something that they'll never say.
In today's world, diets are so complicated. They tell you go for keto diet, paleo diet, like glucose-free diet, all of that. When I was in school, we learned something which we had to follow very strictly for everybody. It was called a balanced diet. Today, kind of lost. So where's that word balanced diet? And tell me about what should we be bringing to our plates which is missing. For the youngsters today, food is an essential. Food is energy. Food is health. So what is the kind of food you would like to see on the plate of youngsters?
I think if we are able to replicate the food that our ancestors ate and they put together even by 5%, we would be in a better place. I mean, take the example of, festive occasions. Take the examples of temple prasadams, right? It's one of those examples, it is one of those food recipes that is a classic example of eating seasonally. Take Ramanavami, for example. One of the prasadams that is given is something called a panagam, which is water, there's jaggery that's added, there's dry ginger powder, there's cardamom. And when is this? Ramanavami, in peak summer, and this beverage cools your body down. Adi Masam that just got over, the ragi kood that is made, which is a finger millet porridge that is fermented and served. Again, in peak summer, it cools your body down. Right? It is gut-friendly, fermented. I mean, you have so many things that today talk about great gut health and all of that. But we had all of this. Today, it is coming back to us in a fancier, it's almost like saying old wine in new bottle, but it's coming back.
I'm glad it is. It should come back in more vigor. But as we move on and talk about your travel, they say everything starts from home. As a master chef, who cooks in your house?
My mom.
Is she the better cook?
Undoubtedly, she's the better cook.
We have our next guest for our Conclave 25. His mother will be coming. Okay, Mr. Rakesh, take me through the journey of travel and food. What were the places you went to and you saw that this food is not in the wholesale markets, is not commercialized, and maybe there is a way, there's a potential to bring it back and you're trying to do it yourself. So take me through the combination of storytelling, places, and plates. Let's get that together.
So one of the things that fascinates me the most when exploring food and talking about it is food from two ends of the spectrum. One is food made in sacred kitchens or temple prasadams or any sacred offering across faith. The other is food made by the indigenous tribal communities. The temple offerings obviously came from a lot of abundance and opulence, whereas indigenous communities, it was with what was given to them or what they were left with, right? And each of them, what they put to use and made things out of that is a different story altogether. So for me, in every thematic presentation I do, in every food showcase that I organize where I travel, I tell this story. Because every single item that goes into our body has a story to tell. Every recipe that we savor is a spoonful of history. I think that is what needs to be conveyed to people, because it could be a Pallipalayam chicken, it could be a puliyodare, it could be a venpongal. Everything has a story behind it.
We just spoke about books of history. We didn't know we have a menu of history also. So we'll bring that together. Tell me some food that you spotted. Tell me the different cultures or the way of cooking that, you know, as you traveled along, you spotted a community, you spotted a group of people, you spotted a village coming up or cooking up with something different. And that you said, wow, this should be back on the plates.
So today, we are in Coimbatore, and this is Kongunad, right? And the food today is very well talked about. But back in the day, this entire region was struck by poverty, right? And what people made with whatever resources that they had is mind-boggling. There are two recipes when I came here to shoot for a show that stood out for me, and food has really taken me on these beautiful journeys. It has made me think in terms of how food can be used as a team building activity, as a storytelling, as management training, so many things, right? So this particular story from the Kongunad region is about two recipes that I came across. One is the Pallipalayam chicken. Any fans of that here? Okay.
Well, I'm listening with that word, everyone's attention came, chicken.
And the pachapuli rasam. Okay, I thought
can we get the ingredients? Let him cook it and show it to us. What is he talking about? It will be much better.
So, much as we know about the Pallipalayam chicken today, which is filled with masala and all the rich ingredients, back in the day it was not. It was just pieces of chicken, pieces of coconut the same size as chicken, and very few, like chili powder and pepper, whatever, just sauteed together. The reason they added chicken is because back in the day when they had large families to feed and no electricity for some reason, they would add this piece of coconut as a substitute for chicken. Because they had a large family, and when kids were biting into it, they would know what is chicken, what is meat. So there's no comparison, one kevala piece, yana kevala piece, that sort of a thing. So that is how that recipe came. And the pachapuli rasam is also something that I've heard where people would not have like a firewood stove. They would not have that kind of money. So they would literally soak the tamarind, pull it out, add some shallots to it, coriander leaves, curry leaves, and just mix in some salt, and your rasam would be ready. So these are all things that came from adversity. Adversity is the mother of all invention. Correct. Right? So
fantastic. You'll like both the dishes. Now you know the history of those dishes. Did you come empty-handed to SSVM? You didn't bring some dishes and come to serve all of us?
Next year.
Okay, so extend the invitation. We'll get some food at least. Excellent food from your side. But how many of you all actually want a life like this? Just travel, just eat, enjoy, get famous, talk to Rajiv. A few hands went down. Okay. But let's find out what goes behind the scenes. Mr. Rakesh, we've seen what you show us on the real world. What you show us on Instagram, we've seen, we love, we like, we share. But today it's about transforming, which is seeing the unseen and listening to the unsaid is what we want. It's such a glorious life. It's such an easy life. It's such a happy life. Or what are the challenges that we're unaware of?
Well, there are challenges like any other job. It is glamorous, no doubt. I'm not taking away from it. When the camera is in front of you, there is that adrenaline rush that is there when you're on stage, when the screen is going to go up. You have that energy. All of that is there. But there is a lot of hard work that happens. When you are conveying something about food, about history, I think you should be conscious of what you're trying to convey. And this is even in the context of you talking about an influencer, right? Today, everybody is an influencer. When you are actually telling people something, you are influencing them in something. Correct. Tell me one influencer who has gone into a restaurant where they have paid him or her and come out saying the food is bad. There has to be that consciousness. You have to understand, and you have to feel like what is it that you're ultimately doing. It is passion driven, there's no doubt, but what does your soul also say?
Do you feel ethics is something that needs to come in?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How many of you all want to be social media influencers, content creators? There are quite a few. So that side, we have a lot of aspiring content creators. We have upstairs as well. In changing times, you are going back to a culture, to a thought, to a process, to a story that you are telling us, which is in the ancient times. Times are changing, Mr. Rakesh. Do you have a shelf life? Like every product kept in your kitchen, do you also have a shelf life to content creation and influencing? Tell me about that. And how long does ethics last?
As long as one has ethics, I think you're there to stay. There's no taking away from that, because people today who watch your content are also people who are nuanced. You can't just say whatever you want and get away with it. They can see through that very easily. There was a brand that got in touch with me some time ago and said they never disclosed what it is. And they asked me to endorse a particular product, which personally I felt was unethical. And I didn't do it. It could have easily given me a lot of money, but I will be going against my conscience. Is that something I would give my family, my son? No. Why will I endorse it? So I think that is a thin line. That is a thing that you
moral
should...
over money for a few people. Yeah. You give me their number, sir. For me, it's money over moral. I don't mind about... Okay. So what's the future of content creation? And do you believe that someone who has fondness for food, passion for food is very different from profession of food, right, sir? So do you think people who are all raising their hands saying, yes, we love what you're speaking about, we love what you're doing, if they want to make a career out of it, what is the path you tell them to do, and what do you say don't do?
And this is not just for content creation, because I don't fall under the content creation category. I'm there on social media, sure, I enjoy it, I won't say no. But for me, it is more about telling the story, telling the nuances behind food, telling the aesthetics behind food. I mean, experiencing the romance when you eat that particular item. So I think for people, and irrespective of what career you want to choose, one thing that drives you to do that is being passionate. You need that fire in the belly and be passionate about what is it that you want to do. What is it, that vision? Many people, when they taste success, they're chasing something. There is that light that they're chasing at the end of the tunnel. You don't even know if you've reached that. Correct. I think that is important.
And when he says fire in the belly, pun intended. He literally means in the belly. Okay, we'll move on. This is what he speaks about. Storytelling is an art. Cooking is an art. Traveling is an art. You're a masterpiece. You really are an artist. We'll take questions about people who are interested to know or ask him things about his wonderful work. Raise your hands if you have questions. Yes, you there. Yes, you. Just get it a mic. I'll come to you, my friend. One moment.
Namaste, sir. My name is Ashmita Arun from grade 8A, Raghunathan School.
She's here.
So, what is your signature dish or signature food? That's my question.
He has so many signatures. If he starts saying it, we will not be able to go back. You have a lot of signature dishes. Which is your, like you feel, this is my ace?
Like you said, I have, most of what I make is something that I genuinely love, but I would say South Indian food is definitely my calling.
Is it food wants you or you wanted the food? Because you always put in such a way that food or the South Indian culinary actually wanted you to speak about it to the world. Is it like that? Do you feel you're the spokesperson for a menu?
I think it's two-way traffic. There was a point where I wanted food and now it's time to give back to food.
Wow.
So
Fantastic.
definitely South Indian food, because I feel the story of South Indian food is still not known. People still stereotype saying it is just idli, vada, dosa and sambar, filter coffee, rose milk.
But which is the dish you have tried and you still know it doesn't taste good? You can't make it. Which is that dish?
You know, the tamarind rice or the puliyodara that my mom or my grandmother makes is something that I can never get. And I'm fairly sure my mom is not giving me the full recipe. She would be like, "Le, you just go there, I'll mix it and I'll come," and I'm sure she's adding something to that when I'm not there. I've still not been able to crack that.
It's the mother's love, which you will never be able to get back,
It's all
give
here.
back.
It's all here. You know, decades and decades of just love. Because I always feel many people say, "Oh, I'm just a housewife." It's a thankless job.
Yeah.
It's a thankless job that they do.
You students won't know now, but yes, it is a very, very thankless job.
Because at
True.
the end of the
It's
day,
time
all
to
they're
acknowledge
doing is
that.
feeding large families day in and day out. It's a Herculean task. If someone asked me to do it on a day-to-day basis without any expectation, I wouldn't do it.
And you know, being a chef is a very difficult job because when you go to a restaurant and you order something, you taste the food and you like it, then you don't even call the chef. But if the salt is less, there's something missing, you say, call the chef out. That's unfair. It's a very hard job. It's a thankless job. And I would like to thank you and the community of chefs who actually prepare food with the perfect ingredients, but with love that is overdosed. Yes, you please.
Hi, sir. My name is Anshu, and my question for you is, being such a successful person,
Thank you.
you first had cooking as a passion, and now you've turned it into a job. So how do you ensure that you receive adequate, payment?
This is a lovely
How do
question. It is a great question. How can your passion become your profession? Only if there is money.
She wants to know how I make money.
I want to know your bank balance. Because I thought you might want a partnership or something like that. I'm sitting closer to you if you didn't understand. I'm slowly like this. A good question. I really think it's a great question. How do you earn the bucks and where do you balance? I love this. This is my life. And I love this. I can do this for a living. They're two different things.
So let me tell you, Rajiv, my journey in the food space has not been easy. There is a bit of privilege. I'm not going to shy away from that. But in my case, until my career, because it was a very, very niche career when I was trying to tread on, it could go, there was a point of time where I was figuring, am I going to do music? Am I going to be doing food? And it was a conscious decision that I chose to do food. And I think at that point of time, there were, everybody in the creative space goes through dark days. Like you suddenly feel the going is great and you suddenly feel you're in a very, very dark phase, right? So, and I think that's part of the creative journey. If my food venture did not fail, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Thank God for failure sometimes. Yeah.
So, to answer your question, it is remunerative now. But if you ask me a few years ago, it was still brand building. And I had an incredibly supportive wife who said, you know what, just go all out, follow your dreams, follow your passion. We will do the mundane work of, she's a corporate lawyer, she runs her own law firm. So she said, I would do that, I would be your backbone. Sky is the limit, go for it.
If you didn't say her name, she might file a case on you. Good you said that. But look at the wonderful story on a serious note and a light note balancing. Behind every successful story, there is the blessing of a lady or the support of a woman. It's always there. I think we as a society, we talk about disrespect, abuse. But I think heart of hearts, every man knows that not behind but beside every successful man and ahead of every successful man is an even more successful woman. I think that's
let me add to that.
Yeah.
We have to learn a lot from women on how to keep things together. Men will crumble.
That's so true.
There are situations where I've seen women in my family, including my wife and mother, who just hold it together. I would be like, how do you even do this? And they will be multitasking and doing so many things while holding it together. I mean, hats off to them, and this is just woman
And to
power.
all the women, and I think this is a great note to acknowledge all the teachers as well. You all balance the students, your family, your career, your dreams, your own aspirations. So a big thank you to all the teachers as well. And advanced Happy Teachers Day from Rakesh and me, 2 partners in business. Okay, last question. You're so sweet, I can't even say no. They are saying stop, stop, but if you smile like this, how will I say no? Start.
You said the story behind a spoon of food. Can you
repeat that, please?
please?
The story behind? She's doing a sound check.
A story behind a spoon of food. As you said, can you say any history of a dish?
Okay, we got your question with history. Yeah. The history of which food?
Any food.
History of any food. Can you go in and tell us the food that we have on our plates? Is there some historical facts that we don't know about? Of course there are. Good question.
Okay, how many of you think idli is South Indian?
Now after you ask this question, I think no. But before you ask the question, I thought yes.
Do I see all your hands up? Can I say 90% think it's South Indian?
Yeah.
The answer is no.
I fell down. Why? Where is it from?
So many years ago, if you look at, say, some of the culinary manuscripts, right? It is mentioned 2 items called the idalike and idarika. If you look at the ingredients that go in, it talks about black urad dal that is soaked in buttermilk and ground and mixed with pepper. Nobody knew what they made with it. The concept of steaming was not there in India many years ago. So to answer the point about idli, if you take the example of the Kanchipuram idli, which is made in the Varadaraja Swami Koil, it is a bamboo basket that is lined with the mandara yele. And around 2.5 kilos of batter are poured inside and steamed in that basket to prove a point that we did not have a utensil in India many years ago for steaming. So the concept of steaming and fermentation is something, and rice also is something that came from Southeast Asia. You have fermentation in the form of kimchi, you have steaming in the form of baos and many things in Southeast Asia, but you did not have something like that in our side of India. But one thing to look at it, now it's very easy for me to say, yeah, it's not South Indian, but I think where as a historian you also piece it together is you're assuming today that it was Southeast Asia and India, but back then it would have been a landmass, it would have been the same kingdom. So when there is that whole cross-cultural movement that happens, so many culinary practices went here and there as well. So,
how many of you all think idli is a South Indian food? No more. Facts, figures, transformation of ideas. Put your hands together for Mr. Rakesh.
Thank you.
Okay, if I may please invite the... Sir, you should not go, sir. Must not go. We have not closed our kitchen, neither the class, neither the auditorium. Just stay there. We need one handsome man on stage all the time, so you just stay there. Okay, inviting the management on stage. This is the final few minutes of the Conclave. Absolutely fantastic. SSVM institutions transforming India. Conclave 24. Are you guys having fun? Is it impacted the way you think, the way you speak, and also the way you're going to live? Put your hands together, everybody. Okay. Now we'll move on to the Studentpreneur Awards jury. From World Schools, we'll invite the people to come on stage. I request them to come on stage, please. We'll start off Studentpreneur Jury Awards being presented. Miss Pavitra P. on stage, please. Put your hands together. You all had an idea. Was the idea good, bad? How to make it better and who deserves to be awarded? Miss Pavitra P on stage. Put your hands together, keep clapping. Maybe you'll be doing this after 1 year. Up next, after Miss Pavitra, we have Miss Nirmala. Thank you so much, Pavitra ma'am. I love the color of your sari. It's very nice. We'll do that for every teacher, or we'll do that for every jury member. I love the color of your sari. Up next, after Miss Nirmala, is Dr. Geetanjali. Ma'am, that color is wonderful. Sari color is wonderful. Dr. Geetanjali, what a wonderful sari there, white and pink. Thank you, Dr. Geetanjali. After that, we have Miss Lata G coming on stage. She's very popular. Studentpreneur Jury Awards being given out. They had interviews, calls, assessments, followed by Miss Lata G, Dr. V. Sarvana Kumar. Please come on stage, sir. Dr. V. Sarvana Kumar. Up next, Miss S. Renu Lakshmi. No, that's not allowed. One more. Miss S. Renu Lakshmi. It can only get louder, can't get softer than your previous cheer. After that, thank you, Miss Renu Lakshmi. We have Miss Bhairavi Kishore Mehta. Finally, we have Miss Moshin. Now you are going to scream so much for the next set of awards. We're going to try to break the roof. Okay? Let's do that together. Inspirational Guru Jury Awards, World School. We have Miss Sivagami coming on stage, please. Followed by Miss Sivagami. Congratulations, ma'am. Miss R. Nagamal. I love the energy. Wow. I should also be jury member. Miss S. Sunita, please come on stage. Miss P. Nimita, please come on stage. Miss Mini Sasidharan. Following Miss Mini, we have... I want to hear how loud you scream. Guess the teacher's name? Miss Sangeeta is coming up. one more, everybody. Up next, Miss B. Ratika. Followed by please get some warm water for that entire group. They're really screaming. Very good. After Miss B. Ratika, we have Miss Maya George. Miss Maya George, ma'am, you deserve a standing ovation from my heart, and really amazing. You've been so wonderful. A smile all through the 3 days you've been smiling, ma'am. Hats off to you. Okay, should we go? Are you ready to scream? Ready. Start screaming. Anyway, what I say, you'll scream. Miss R. Prasanna, please come on stage. I'm thinking if I call a teacher's name that does not exist, will you still scream? I don't know. Miss Shija Salim. Followed by Miss A.P. Jalaja Jayan. And finally, we have Miss Leaf Damaris. Congratulations, ma'am. And one big one now, Inspirational Guru Award Internal, Mr. S. Bhaskaran, Head of Physical Education Department, Sri Saraswati Vidyalaya School, Metupalayam. Please come on stage, sir. Congratulations. Scream test as loud. Mr. Rakesh, I want to give all the teachers a treat. Please start cooking. Okay. Well, of course, we do know there are workshops happening as well. Very interesting, very diverse workshops. In between B and D is change. Between birth and death, there's one thing that happens, and that's change. Change is not a constant, change is a workshop because it's an art. I request Miss Sylvia to come on stage for a wonderful, impactful Art for Change workshop. Sylvia, that's more like a ramp walk. You came in like a model. Please let me also say something. Sylvia, we'd like to have a few words from you, but after the show. Thank you. I heard the class was wonderful. People who went there said it was very, very nice. I missed it. Okay. On public demand, we would like to have one more Inspirational Guru Award from Shemford Futuristic School, Tirupattur, Mr. Vijay B. Please come on stage, sir. We're so happy to have you. They say keep the best for the end. Have you heard that? Keep the best for the end. I think we started with the best, we went with the best, and we'll also end with the best. Everything was so special, Mr. Rakesh. Thank you very much. It's our way to show you gratitude. Please felicitate Mr. Rakesh. Thank you so much, Mr. Rakesh. Fantastic. Clap your hands. We learned so much about food, culture, and more. My future partner of business. I'll just find out his bank balance and then I'll take it forward. Thank you, Rakesh. It was absolutely amazing having you, sir. Thank you. We have to say these things to our partner later, you know. Okay, as we clear things off, boys and girls, have you had a great time? It's not the end, but it's almost the end. It is the beginning of the end. What happened? You have any doubts? My socks? Songs? Okay, wait. So what we are going to do, we'll end on a note, on a sound, and on some moods and melodies that you all will remember forever. If I say we have a band, then you will think, oh my God, there are going to be so many people on stage. A one-man band will end this conclave that transformed your thoughts, your mind in every single way possible. This one-man band will be your highlight, your sweet end for a wonderful day. Sit back if you can. If you can't, stand up and make some noise. Was that for me? Okay. Just say yeah.
up SSVM! Come on, make some noise, everybody! Wow, I think you can do better. Are you ready, SSVM? All right. Thank you so much. I mean, my name is Gladson Peter. I'm a one-man band. I want all of you to say this, okay, after me. I'm gonna figure it out now. Can you say this? You know, whenever I go for shows, I want everybody to be as energetic as I am. Are you energetic today? I'm gonna figure it out now. Let's go. Come on, louder. Come on, everybody. I just wrote a song I could sing all day long. Yeah. Gotta fight it for myself. Gotta show me that. Yeah. Got this guitar and my drum to make it sound so fun. Kinda worked up every time, but I know that's how we got. Yeah. Sometimes it's funny how I treat you in a different way. I guess you gotta hold on. I guess you gotta stay. I know you figure it out now. I know you got this. I know it's a little bit crazy. It'll all be worth it. I know you'll figure it out now. I know you got this. I know it's a little bit crazy. It'll all be worth it. Come on, clap your hands! Make some noise, SSVM. All hands in the air. Come on, let me see it. Wow. You say, it's not easy now. Gotta strive nights and day. Yeah. Every minute, every hour, I guess you get this thing. Yeah. And at times you feel like you're just giving up, but that's okay. I'm hoping that the song will speak to you someday. Hey, hey, hey. Sometimes you find these songs out leads you in a different way. I guess you gotta hold on. I guess you gotta say, I know you'll figure it out now. I know you got this. I know it's a little bit crazy. It'll all be worth it. I know you'll figure it out now. I know you got this. I know it's a little bit crazy. It'll all be worth it. Come on, make some noise, SSVM! Thank you. Wow. Have you guys seen a one-man band before? No? All right, I have less time, so I'm going to take you through something really, really amazing, all right? You're going to sing this with me. Sing, okay? Na 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 na. Sing it. Come on, you do this with me, okay? I can't do this on my own. You know what to sing, right? One, two, sing. 1, 2, 3, go. Na 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 na. 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 Are you ready? 2, 3, 4. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. jiya hai, ilahi mera jiya hai, ilahi mera jiya hai. 1, 2, 3, everybody. Na 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 na. Wow, give yourselves a big round of applause. That was fantastic. So, a little bit about myself before I go to the next song. The doctors told me that I cannot even play a simple flute because 10 years back, I lost about 40% of my lungs. Okay? I had bad company with my school and college friends. They used to smoke. All the smoke went into my lungs. And we went to the doctors. The doctor said, Gladson, you cannot even play a simple flute. You can never do anything normal in your life ever again. Now, the reason I do the one-man band is because much later, God spoke to me in a dream, and as I was battling through my illness, and I thought, oh, I don't want to succumb to my injuries. I want to go beyond this, because life goes on, and you can't just give it up. So if you are going through something, I know everybody's going through something, yeah? I just want you to know that God is in control. You always just got to trust God and never, ever give up. Can you say trust God? Come on, say trust God. A little louder. Come on. And never, ever give up. Say. I wrote a song called It's Cool. Can you say It's Cool? Hey, you guys have a fantastic cool school, okay? Say, it's cool, not it's cool, okay? It's cool. Repeat after me, okay? It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. You sing. It's cool, it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. And it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. We live life anyway. Come on, clap your hands. 1, 2, 3. Yesterday, it didn't feel like it made my day. I spilled the coffee over all my pain, so I went to bed. And it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. Come on, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. We live life anyway, and it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. We live life anyway. Come! So I come from Bombay. How many of you have been to Bombay? You guys have a lot of beaches near Chennai, right? So we have a lot of beaches in Bombay. When I was young and I didn't have a moustache and a beard, I used to take my bike and go to Marine Drive. Have you heard of Marine Drive? Okay. In Marathi, when a cop stops you in the middle of the way, they'll be like, they'll ask you your name. So in a very slang way, they'll be like, "Hey, tuja naam kya hai re?" Can you say that? Oh, that was wonderful. Tamilians speaking Marathi, beautiful. "Hey, tuja naam kya hai re?" So I thought I'll put it in a song. It sounded like this. And I'm cycling to the bay. I met a cop on the way, and he stopped me by the side of the road and asked, "Hey, tuja naam kya hai re?" And I'm cycling to the bay. I met a cop on the way, and he stopped me by the side of the road and asked, and it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. We live life, everybody sing with me. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. We live life anyway. Come on, give your neighbor a high five. I know you've been sitting for long. Give your neighbor a high five. Okay? Tell them we will rock you. Tell them we will rock you. Come on. How do you say it? You can't just say it. You got to sing it. Come on, sing it. We will. Come on. I want to hear everyone in the balcony. Come on. 1, 2, 3, go. All right. Let's make this a step higher. Now, I am thinking for about 10 people in the band, okay? So happy to know that, I'm so happy to say that out of the few, that is 45 people in the world, I'm the only Indian one-man band, all right? Why I love doing this is not because I'm here to entertain you, but I just want to tell everybody, you know, I went through something, life struck me down, but I never gave up and I trusted in God. So, I need you to know today that everything is possible. You're going to go and tell your friends, you're going to tell yourself that we will rock you, okay? And for this, I want you to feel like a one-man band. Can you do a little something for me? Yeah? We're going to take both our hands, okay? I can't reach my lap, but you can do it, okay? Come on, do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to see which school is super, super loud on this. I've done this all over India. Okay, keep it going. Slower, okay? And are you ready? SSVM. Oh, buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing on the streets, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can. Singing. बहुत फीका है. You can do better, okay? 1, 2, 3, singing. Singing. Everybody on your feet, come on. Do the same thing with your feet. Do it like me, okay? Come on, everybody stand up. 2, 3, do this with me. Stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap, everybody stomp, stomp, clap. 1, 2, 3, singing, we will rock you. I can't hear your feet. Louder. We will rock you. Everybody in the house sing, we will rock you. As loud as you can. We will rock you. Keep the hands high. Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise. Playing on the streets, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, a big disgrace, kicking your can all over the face, singing we will rock you. Everybody in the house sing we will rock you. Hey, we will rock you. One last time, singing we will rock you. Give your neighbor a high five. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Gladson Peter, One Man Band India. Thank you, SSVM. Thank you. You may be seated.
Fantastic. Absolutely amazing. Peter, it was amazing. I want to understand how many instruments do you have on you?
How about we all count it together?
We'll count it together.
All right.
First instrument is your heart, which we will not count. We'll count the rest. Okay.
So-
Okay, let's take a guess. Let them guess. How many instruments does he have? If you answer like this, they will say 4 means 8, 10, 8, 10, 4. Okay, 1 second. Ma'am says 8, you better have 8. If you have 7, add 1. If you have 9, drop 1. Because
So you know what? So I did 14 at the best, okay?
Wow.
I did 14 at the best. I want all of you to count with me, okay?
Sure.
Come on.
Oh.
And I'm singing 8.
Have you ever got it wrong, ma'am? He made it 8.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very inspiring story. Great music, of course, but also more importantly, in the past 2 days, we've learned about collaboration. We've learned about teamwork. Don't you trust anybody else? If you do everything, where's the team?
I have a fantastic team who's working. Can you give them a big round of applause?
You all are the team. Tell me the challenges. There's one actually practice this. There's one, I know why you got into it as a self-belief. But tell me the most difficult instrument to play and how does one actually decide music and this is going to be my way ahead? How do you find your purpose?
So I always wanted to be an artist. I always wanted to be a musician when I was younger. And when I was in my college, I made sure that I didn't, I had to put every foot forward in order to make sure that when I got out of college, no, that's okay, I think I have a mic here. Yeah, so when I get out of college, I need to be able to sing and play for everybody, yeah? So I think the hard work put in is when I was this young. I think it's taken about 15 years or more for me to play every individual instrument and then put it together.
Which is the most difficult instrument?
Right now, I think it's nothing.
Everything is easy.
Because every day you practice for 8 hours, make sure that everything is on point.
Imagine if he has musical dreams. On the bed, he'll be doing like this, and it'll be quite difficult.
Unfortunately, I've done that.
I'm sure you have. You live music lives for
Absolutely.
you. Your final message to people who want to dream and do something different. What you're doing is an art.
Yeah.
What you're doing is something nobody else is doing, in India at least, yeah?
Yes.
So how does one think differently? And your message for them, finally.
Absolutely. I think, you know what, very recently, I came across a quote which said, if you want to be an artist, you cannot think normal. You have to think out of the box, okay? No matter what you want to become when you grow old, people will always be there to pull you down, okay? You got to isolate yourself, go back into your room, and work on that passion day in and day out. You finish your school, go back home, work on it. So much so that everything you do after a certain point of time, you know, it is so seamless that you don't put effort into it. So when I do this, for me, I do not put any effort into it because I've practiced so much. So if you have passion, you got to work on yourself day in and day out. Never, ever give up. And always trust God.
And they say nothing is impossible. Peter,
Absolutely.
can you touch your thighs?
Oh, I can touch with my
And that
left.
hand?
No.
Sometimes with the art of love and the heart, you can do things, but you choose not to do it, and that also is a power. Thank you very much, Peter.
Thank
It's
you.
been
Thank you.
fantastic hearing you and watching you rock the stage.
Thank you. I'm going to take a big picture with everybody. Yeah?
Sure.
Roshan, if you have any photographers, please come on stage. I want one concert picture with every single one.
On the lights,
over there.
please.
Yeah.
The lights.
Put the house lights, everybody.
House lights, please, immediately.
Team, if you have some great pumpy music, just play it
No,
so we
do,
can
do.
all
1
get a
second.
vibe, yeah?
Lights, please. Music, he's there.
No, I want everybody to, someone to play over there so we can all take a picture. Please come in the frame. Yeah, please come.
He wants a good-looking photo. I
Absolutely.
understood.
Okay? Everybody, on the count of 3, say cheers, okay? Are we ready? Yeah? All right. 1, 2, and 3. Cheers! Thank you so much, everybody. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you for having me.
Thank God he didn't say one-man group photo. That also is possible. Okay. Man, 3 days have flown by. I didn't realize how it's gone. We're almost at the end, but before the end, we have a few things to share with you, a few things to tell you. It's going to take a few minutes, but this sets the foundation for a lot more. Ma'am, if I may please invite you on stage. Clap your hands, everybody. What a wonderful 3 days it's been. Some call it a conclave. I say this is a blessing. I say this is a miracle in the making.
Okay? So you all are all quite excited to know what next? Excited or not excited? So make a big noise, things will come over here. Continue your noise, don't stop. Continue. That's the background music for this. Your noise is the background music. Go ahead.
Using your voices and talents to lead the charge for change, and thank you for that.
Never stop. Go with your noise.
Do everything in life that does not prick your consciousness.
Wow!
Resilient today,
Sustainable tomorrow. It's not going to end here. We are going to day 3. Wow. No, it's come to day 2, day 1. Yes.
That's what we say, no? Dream big.
As long as you've done the best that you cannot do better than your best.
So the more that you fail, the more you learn and the more you succeed.
Whenever you're taking any decision, always think consumer is or customer is smarter than you.
I think everything that happens in life is for a reason.
SSVM, this transforming conclave, gives a platform to those voices.
If you really like what you're doing, then it doesn't feel like pressure.
SSVM students are going to be a transformation, and you will create a big impact to save our planet, Mother Earth. Thank you very much. Oh. So what is next? So what's next? 4, it's not 4, it is 2025 Transforming India Conclave at I'm not able to hear. At World School. So you want it at World School? Why? Yes, the venue for the next year, 2025, Transforming India Conclave is at SSVM World School.
Wow.
Keep rocking, keep rocking. Go ahead.
The countdown for 2025 has just begun. I request the management to please come on stage.
To cut a cake.
We're celebrating today.
We are celebrating the end of the day and at the same time end of the conclave. But we will never forget that we are going to practice it in life. Yes?
Absolutely, ma'am.
So the butterflies have started flying. Lala, come. Ashwin is here. Ashwin is here from RU, exchange student. Ashwin. Is Ashwin here?
For the love of this conclave, for the awaiting of the next conclave, put your hands together one final time, my friends. It's a celebration of today. is the coming of tomorrow. Will we get a piece of the cake? Just checking. Ashwin, are you here? I'll become Ashwin for a few minutes. Okay, Ashwin's there? Okay. All the school principals, please come on stage as well and we'll sing Happy Conclave to you. Happy Conclave to you. Happy Conclave, dear SSVM. Happy Conclave to you. Hey, I can do the one-man band. Okay, the principal's coming up on stage. It's perfect to have the principals as well. Makes it so much more complete. Ashwin. Remove the on duty. Now it's over. I will be on duty. I'll keep it backstage. Shall we sing that song? Wait. Whose birthday is it today? Anyone's birthday today? Chumma, give Aadhaar card. Oh, you don't have Aadhaar card. Okay. Happy Conclave to you. Happy Conclave to you. Happy Conclave, dear SSVM. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Okay, now give the cake. Careful. Okay, that says 24. In few months, we will see 25 as well. Take a picture of that. Memories, moments, and a big round of applause for all of them putting this together, for the students, for all of us. It's not been a learning experience, it's been a transformative experience. Thank you. Take your pictures.
So thank you, Rajiv, for being with us for 3 days, I think. 1 day workshop, yesterday and today. And all of you might be wondering, who is this Ashwin and who is this Ilaria? How many of you know them? Okay, so Ilaria is from Italy, who's come on an exchange program for a year to SSVM through AFS. And Ashwin has come from Thailand through AFS. So give them a big applause. 1 whole year they are going to be with you. They are going to laugh, cry, roll, and do all the possible things that what all you all are doing. And they'll go back to their country by the end of this year with sweet memories of SSVM and RU. Thank you, Ashwin. Thank you, Lala. Lala is her nickname. For Ashwin? Okay. Ashwin, they call him Ash. Nice. Okay then. Thank you. And thank you, principals, who all have made, because this is not possible without the effort of the heads. Thank you very much.
Okay, finally, it's time to say goodbye to all of you all, but before that, a ending speech. Yeah, right. Okay, can we please have Madam Maya George coming on stage, the CEO of SSVM Institutions, to say a thank you note and the conclusion speech, please.
Hey, so much has screamed. One more time you can scream. Last time.
3, 2, 1, go!
Respected management team, all officers of SSVM schools, inspirational gurus, teachers, and my dear students. In fact, I don't want this to come to an end. But of course, Madam has given the hope for transforming India 4.0. On that ray of hope, waiting for 1st September 2025, I think we have to put an end to this program, which has given us, I don't call it as a celebration. It was so much of learning. As a person at this age, I think I have learned quite a lot. Almost my diary is full. This is what every day you need to have learning, and every learning what we get is for sharing. That's what we started the day with Madam's message, telling that, it is resilient today, sustainable tomorrow, with a message from Srisha ma'am as well as ma'am, how SSVM can make an impact. SSVM Vidans can make a change. 10,000 students, 1,800 teachers, and 18 campus. You can imagine 10,000 students, 20,000 parents, their families, their friends. Yes, if the change does not come from us, who can make a change? It is we who can. And whenever there is a change or when there is a work to be done, first thing what we look is, who will do? Who will be the one? Without remembering, yes, I can and I will. This should be the message where, after a few years, the entire India should talk. From a town of Coimbatore, the SSVM has made such an impact towards the sustainability of our country. That is a day we should look for, that is a dream we should have, and that is a way we should think. We can and we will make. The simple homework what you have to do for it is, we have these 17 goals with us. I want every student of SSVM to adopt one goal. Just one of it what you like and start practicing it from today. Personalize it for yourself and start practicing. Yes, every day I will do something to reach one of my goals which I have adopted. That's all. You have an option of 17 goals. Each one of us adopt one goal and do one activity and one deed to live for that goal. I think we are already on our path to make a change. And this is what we should do it for all the learning what we had for 3 days. Though I think we don't know what is a message and what is a motto for next year, but we cannot leave sustainability because it has become an integral part. It is a mission for us. So that cannot be left as such. There will be something which is added more, but we will not be able to leave sustainability because it has gone to us. Yes, certainly the day started with Suhana Shah. All these days I thought it's only AI which will map our thoughts. But we have seen our mind can be hacked. So Suhana Shah has shown as a mentalist how the mind can be hacked, our thoughts can be hacked, totally an outsider hacking our thoughts. It was really a person without having any formal education, has done so much, traveled across the country. We always think education is the only weapon with which we can travel and we can achieve. But she has shown that without that also, because there is a way, if there is a will, you can do. That was the first thing we had. Then next comes Soma Chowdhury, who had only one weapon, that is her words. And with that words, how she has made an impact on journalism. Now, the next one is a man of wisdom. I think it's a personality whom all of us admire. That is Shashur Tharoor for his Tharoorism language. And I'm talking about Tharoorism in a positive way. Yes, he has really taken us to the wonderland of words. Wonderland of words with 101 essays. In spite of his ill health, he has done justice for talking to us for more than an hour. More than an hour with all his words of wisdom which has been shown. Really hats off. I think it would have been, so many of the children who have come with the dictionary to match with the words what he speaks. I think he is above all that. And let us have at least part of something learning from his words as well. Now, afterwards, we had a historian and a person, historian Kirtika Govindaswamy, who has really made a life, because it's a history book is something which is generally hated by children, because there's a lot of figures and facts to be remembered. But how she is making history and life, and how both of them are weaved together has been portrayed by her. Then we had Rakesh, Raghunathan, who is romancing with South Indian food. He's an ambassador for South Indian food, I should say. And because end of the day, all of us think about yummy food, and he has done justice to it. I think the day has been so wonderful with a one-man band. One-man band, as we said, if there is a will, there is nobody who can beat you. He had his own adversity, but still he proved himself, yes, I can and I will. If one person can do this, all the SSVM, the Vidans can really make a change, and we should be the change agents. If not we, who else? Who can? That should be the way in which we think. I express my heartfelt gratitude to the management for giving such an exposure. Which school in India gets so much exposure, I don't know. When we are getting it every year, I think we should, whether every one of us understand the value of it, I don't know, but certainly we should. Otherwise, we are losing out something for which we may repent at a later stage. That is what I have, and my thanks goes to all the principals and the teachers who have really worked for the Studentpreneur and Inspirational Guru Awards. The team of Hemachandran and Preksha for the wonderful work in front of the stage and behind the stage, and all those who are in the technical team who has been really rising to the occasion for everything. And my last thanks, but we will be meeting him again, to man of words who really plays with the words, Mr. Rajiv. Mr. Rajiv, I'm not able to see him here, but certainly you have made our moments very enjoyable with a lot of wits and humor. Yes. We hope to see you next year also. Thank you all. Yes, do not want to leave the auditorium because so much to take. I think the 3 days memories and the notes, if we take and link it, we will know how we ourselves can change. And for a cause of sustainability. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Wonderful way to conclude. Of course, the students have gone back home safe, and it's been the end. It's an official end for a wonderful, wonderful 3-day session. And of course, I would like to thank the teachers, the management. We've thanked them enough. But on behalf of SSVM, and I personally as well, I'd like to thank Mr. Hemachandran and Brand Avatar. Let me say it, you're a very shy man. Next time you might be the guest on stage. I think next time we have our first guest ready. Mr. Hemachandran from Brand Avatar. Okay, please clap your hands. It's the entire team of Brand Avatar who put their sweat, blood, toil, effort, sleepless nights to bring you what you see. And of course to you all as well, the camera team, you'll have been amazing. Signature moments, you'll have been wonderful. Thank you. I've seen you all putting in amazing work. And also to this one boy who gave his heart on stage today. That's my name. Okay, thank you very much. I have lived, I have loved, I have laughed, I have learned, and I have listened today like I've been doing every 3 years. And thank you very much. I hope to meet you all soon. And I'm glad to be associated with this wonderful family of SSVM. Stay inspiring. And finally, we'll end with resilient, sustainable. Thank you. Goodbye. Go home safely. Keep the memories alive.